Yeah, I mean, I don't know. LeBron is so his like existence is so unique, and him as a person is so unique. It feels like at this point, he's obviously still very talented basketball player and important to the team, but at some point you're like prestige and confidence and ego outstretches your contribution. So while he's still an incredibly good basketball player and a good piece on any team, he doesn't have the power that he once had. And I feel like that's something that slips away. And we're watching it happen. Did you see, speaking of LeBron, did you see he had Lorraine Motel basketball shoes? Nobody else saw that.
I didn't see that.
I
No.
did. I did see that, and look, I'm not the person to opine about it, but I did hear David Dennis Jr. had a lot to say about it. I thought it was interesting.
Oh, yeah, I don't know. That was his attempt at celebrating Dr. King Day as shoes that were the same color as the sign at the hotel where Dr. King was assassinated. Like of all the things that you want to celebrate or draw attention to, that ain't it. But I mean, I think LeBron has been pretty active in social causes, so it's just a ridiculous miss. And I think that over these years, LeBron's been pretty close to as perfect as you can be, all things considered. But at some point, like even the king is gonna make some mistakes. But yeah, they're sick of him. I would understand being sick of LeBron. I could understand being sick of LeBron when he's the best player in the NBA. But what comes with his like annoyances is that he's super talented, and now he's a little less talented. They have a new LeBron in Luca, and they treat him a little funny. I bet they weren't talking like that before they made that Luca trading, or they weren't talking like that when he was winning another championship. Like it's hard, and when you get to the end of this, when you've outlived your talent and you've been underpaid for your entire career, and you expect to like be overpaid at the back end of your career. What LeBron has meant to this league overall has been absurd. Like he's increased franchise values, not just of the teams that he's on. So I get also like thinking everybody's crazy. Like now all of a sudden y'all want to talk crazy about me. Now you want to leak stuff about me when I've been carrying this whole league along with Steph and KD and those guys for 2 decades. Like everybody's been eating on LeBron, and now like pushing back on him a little bit, I think could get a little annoying.
We're going to play a little more sound here from LeBron, but in that article, Zaz, when they're reporting that the Lakers are tired of his outsized ego, I mean, in what world would someone who's had the last 20 years that has had not have an outsized ego? Like, in what world wouldn't you become him immune to whatever people are saying in articles because you've been for 20 years being written about and talked about every single day in a way that has criticism in it, even though you're more excellent than everyone else is and kind of unprecedented as a player? But let's play this other sound of LeBron James talking about his relationship with Jeannie Buss, the former owner of the Lakers, who's now sold the team for $10 billion.
Perspective, how do you think your collaboration has been with Jimmy?
What do you mean collaboration?
Well, just the partnership.
I thought it was good, but you know, somebody could see it another way. So it's always two sides of the coin. So, you know, like I said, at the end of the day, how I represented this franchise and what I wanted to do to represent this franchise, so when I got here till now, has been with the utmost respect and honor and dignity, and I would say loyalty. I mean, I've played here longer than pretty much any other franchise I've played for.
Have you guys talked since that came out, like clearing the air, or is that something?
We never talk. I don't understand. Like, it's not like me and Jeannie be on the phone talking. You guys ain't never heard a report about that. Don't make something out of it that is not. It's always been mutual. It's always been respect. It's always been a great partnership. But it's not like I call Jeannie on the phone. It's not like I call Mickey Harrison on the phone or Dan Gilbert on the phone. Come on, guys. Don't make this more than what it is.
I don't care is where that clip was supposed to end.
I think the part that is interesting is, you know, I get it that of course, he's going to have an oversized ego. I mean, look how he's been treated, everything he's done for all of these years. But it appears, at least from the story, that Jeannie Buss is looking for some type of, I don't know if gratitude is the right word, but apparently, like I got the impression it's coming off as if he believes that he's owed everything that the Lakers have been doing.
But what Domonique is saying is true. He's been underpaid every single year in the league. He is his own economy. And Brian Windhorst is now saying LeBron's options with the Lakers are a pay cut, free agency, or trade. It's not making the same amount of money, and I would understand why someone who's that valuable and underpaid, that's empirical, right, Dominique? Like every single year in a salary cap league, just because it's salary capped,
right,
every single year LeBron James has been underpaid in salary by his employer every year he's been in the league.
Absolutely. And I would also like tie on to that we keep saying, and I'm a part of this also, keep saying his ego is outsized. Like it's outsized compared to other egos, but it's not outsized compared to his contribution and his value. And I think when I say that he's meant a lot to the league overall and franchise values, like when you're selling media rights deals, you have to be able to convincingly say that you have a star that people will tune in for. And LeBron's been that guy for the whole time. Like he's been the protagonist of the NBA, if the NBA was a story, since he entered the league, where it was, is he even gonna be good? We were all hyped up about that. And it's like, can he be a champion? And all the whole off seasons have been about where he's going and what he's gonna do and how the balance of the league will shift. Like we know how important storylines are to basketball. His 3-1 comeback, like all those things, taking on the Warriors, like he's always been the main character. And like that seems, for an entertainment property, that seems hugely valuable in a time when sports has become more valuable than anything else. So like I get why at this point he expects people to shut the hell up. Like maybe you're annoyed with me. That's fine. That comes with all the value that I've brought. So I also can understand the other perception where you're like, I want to win a championship. Obviously we can't pay you max money because you're not a max player and still expect to win a championship. But I would assume that he feels like he's owed, and he probably is, by the league as a whole, not just the Lakers.
I think it's fascinating to even just wonder how this situation is going to end. And I mean, look, he was asked, do you want to finish this season with the Lakers? And he, I'm good. So thinking about how this is going to end, like, there's no way it actually ends within the next 3 weeks, right? Like, that's when the trade deadline comes. But just in general, the next couple of weeks or at the end of the season, I have no idea how this is going to play out. It feels like a completely unprecedented situation. I don't have a clue how this is going to go down, and it's super interesting.
He's got a no-trade clause, which I would imagine he doesn't want to leave Los Angeles because the family is there, because the media interests are there.
How about because his son is on the team? What do I do with my son?